Sparkling, I'm Trice, and in this video you will learn how to get anything you want faster. If you want more money, if you want your dream husband, your dream wifey, things too big or too small, you can have it all. And this is how to get it at the speed of light. So I learned about this idea over at Create Your Future. And I hear it's a Neville Goddard idea, but I haven't read anything by him yet, so I really have to attribute it to Create Your Future. But it's this idea that the whole world, everything that you see, is a reflection of yourself. Everything that you see is merely a reflection of you. And from a law of attraction point of view, it makes perfect sense. Whatever vibes I'm putting out are the same vibes I'm going to attract back. Now, why is this so crazy helpful for speeding up your manifestations? Well, my friends, it makes it so much easier to tell where we're blocking the law of attraction from working. And let me show you on an example. I have this client, we'll call her Sally, and she became a millionaire in 8 years. And so she's like, well, just for fun, you know what I want to try? I want to see if in the next 5 years, she's 40 now, if at 45 I could double my money and retire. Enough money for my whole family to do whatever our dream life imagines. And so she had some really good ideas. She's like, maybe I could save more. Here I saw this really great article in the New York Times. I think I could live on less. And I said, oh, my darling friend, if you want to speed this up, we only have to do one thing. And I explained this concept as everybody is just a reflection of how she thinks and feels about herself. And she was getting pretty frustrated because she's like, what are you talking about? This is woo-woo stuff. And I said, just try it. And the easiest way to try it is when something is, you're pissed off or you're uncomfortable or you're angry, something like that, that is the first sign to look at that direction. So she said, okay, Trice, I will do it if you can do one thing for me. And I said, what is that? And she's like, if you can explain how the hell this is going to make me more money, or how is it going to get me my dream? And I said, essentially, my darling dear, we are going to be what they call reality transurfing. You are in this one position as a supervisor, and you want to double your money, which means you need to make more money, and so you ultimately need the job of project manager. Now, these people do two very different things. Not really the job per se, but how they act energetically. Like, the boss isn't always liked, and the boss kind of has to be okay with that, because the boss is going around saying things that people don't like. And she's like, okay, yeah, I get that. So this is exactly the same for you. If you are trying to attract your dream person, and you find, for example, that every dream person that you love is constantly committed, they're in a different relationship, they're not available, then you reflect it back to yourself. I'm not available. I'm telling the world I'm not available, and see if that's true. See how you're putting out that vibe. Now back to our story. A couple weeks passed, and she was having this uncomfortable discussion with one of the superiors, and she's like, oh, this is so terrible, while she was driving and replaying hate conversations in her head. And then she said, wait, what was that wacky-dacky thing that Trice was talking about? Everything's a reflection of me. So let me try it. And she said to herself, well, what do I think this lady thinks? Well, I think that she thinks that I'm not qualified to be here. I'm not good at my job. And then she changed the phraseology. I'm not qualified to be here. I think I'm not good at my job. And when she answered the question for herself, she realized that's what she was thinking unconsciously. And all of a sudden, she had a total epiphany. She's like, I see how this is just a reflection of me. And these beliefs were unconscious, they were subconscious, like I just got here by a fluke. I realized after I really meditated on that, although I subconsciously felt that, that was an old belief that once it resurfaced, I could let it go and substitute it for a more empowering one. Try this in your life. I bet you will find magic. All you have to do is two things. One, Find what's bothering you. I mean, don't look for it, but when it pops up and it's making you angry, really upset, or frustrated, or just leave me alone, anything like that, that means that there's something there. Then ask yourself, what's going on? They are bothering me. They are being mean to me. Then rephrase it back to yourself. I am doing this. I am doing this. And see what you see. Now, disclaimer here. When you see the truth, it can hurt. You can feel very vulnerable and very exposed. Just give yourself a hug when that happens. It will get easier and you'll grow faster and you will get everything that your heart desires. So until next time, ciao!